looking for partners that are back at the carpet, quietly, ready to go. Now, in order to share, we're going to face that direction so that we can see the dance that our friends are going to show us over here. So can you shift your focus this way? Yes. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Trey. Doesn't mean move. It just said turn. Yeah, very good. And maybe I'll bring this over here so we can look at this at the same time, because while you watch your friends perform, you're responsible for thinking about these things, okay? You need to think, what are they doing? Okay? What action are they doing? Number one. Number two, so you're looking like a detective. You're watching for what they do. You also want to be a reader, because you're going to read this dance. And to read this dance, you really need to pay attention to the choices that the dancers make. So an author chooses to use words. A dancer chooses to use movements with their body. You're going to ask yourself, what do I imagine? Right? And then the dancers are going to have their own ideas. So how often do you get to talk to an author? Not very often, right? But today, you get to talk to the author of the dance. So you get to ask them questions. You might want to ask them some questions. I'm going to let that be up to you. Who feels like they're very brave, very ready to show their choreography, and is ready to go? Brittany and Trey, I really appreciate the way you were able to, come back to your place, and you've been working very well together. So come on up. You guys ready to show? Would you like music that is exciting or music that is calm? What's your choreography like? Calm music? Okay, so I have some calm music I'm going to play. Trey and Brittany, when you're finished, if you just bring your hands to the side like this in a calm way, that helps me know you're finished. And I'll turn off the music. You guys can take a bow, and you guys can snap for them. We'll do that. That shows respect. That shows that you appreciate their work. Okay, you ready? Alicia, I'm going to ask you to find a place on the carpet. Thank you. Right. Calm music coming up. Ready, ladies? That was so beautiful. I'm going to ask you to repeat it, please. This time, boys and girls, watch. Think about who can just right now tell me what was their choice of an axial action. Who can tell me? Yeah. Balance. Now, I want you to pay attention to how they are balancing. Try it again, okay? Because I thought it was very beautiful, and we need to really, really look at it and appreciate it more, okay?
Alisu aliyo, Alisu aliwe, welende Alisu aliye, Alisu aliye, Alisu aliyo.
Nice.
Alisu.
Okay, can we show them respect? Now, you can take your bow. Their choice, don't go away. Authors, choreographers, stay here, please. Come a little closer to me. Now, their choice was to do what? Balance. Did you notice a pattern in the way that they were balancing? Did anybody notice a pattern? Yeah. They were choosing to do something, right, with the way that they were balancing. Did anybody notice? You want me to come back to you? If you have an idea, you can let me know.
Side, side, up, down.
Right. Is that what you guys were working on? Side, side, up, down? Okay. And what were you, we got to see it 2 times. What did you imagine while you watched them dance?
Flamingo.
Is anybody imagining something? Tennessee?
A tornado.
A tornado? Okay. Anybody else imagine something? Brianna?
I was imagining that they were flamingos.
Like they were flamingos? Now, you are readers, and this is what readers do. They will look at the text, they'll look at the moves, they'll kind of think of what that makes them imagine. Just like when you're reading a book and you're imagining a character doing something. But now you get to ask the author, what were they thinking when they wrote it? So who would like to ask them a question about their dance? Anybody curious? Anybody curious about what they were imagining? Or anybody want to ask them whose idea it was? Yes, Elisa.
It was idea what it was like.
Whose idea was it to balance? Is that the question?
It was my idea to balance.
Okay. And anybody curious about maybe what they might have been imagining when they were doing this? Who wants to ask them a question about that? Michelle, can you ask them a question?
We were imagining we were in flamingo. I thought it was
So who made the connection of flamingo over here? Who said, guess what? You were imagining was really the intent of the author. So that was very clear. Even if you imagine something different, it doesn't mean it was wrong, but it sounds like that's what they were thinking and feeling when they were trying to write that part of their dance. And you understood that, okay? Very nice. Good job, ladies. All right, who else would like to share their crowd? We're not going to see everybody's. We don't have time. But I want to see those who feel good about sharing. Aisha, you and your partner, please. Tony, do you guys want to go after it? All right, are you ready? Exciting music or calm music?
exciting.
All right. I'm going to ask if the dance can happen a farther away from the furniture. Come here, Aisha. Yes. A little more. He's saying more because he can't see. There we go. Exciting, you said, right? All right. This is Again. Take your bow. Now, anyone else want to ask them a question? Or anyone want to say something about this dance that they noticed, the choices? Trey?
Whose idea was it? Mine.
Okay.
Throwing.
All right. Anybody else want to ask them a question? Brittany? Yeah?
What were you imagining?
Did anybody notice what was their choice? Which one did they choose? They were bouncing, yes, you guys were bouncing. But were they only bouncing or what else were they doing? Elisa says throwing. So they put 2 together. They took bounce and throw. And what were you imagining? You were throwing a ball? Did anybody else imagine that? Did anybody else imagine something different? Did anybody else, they were watching us and they go, I had a different idea. Yeah, but here. Up and down? Do you think that that was kind of what their pattern was? Did anybody notice that? Their pattern? Good. Jocelyn?
I think they were imagining. I think that they were playing basketball.
You imagined that they were playing basketball? All right. That's good, yeah. what you were imagining? You guys were imagining that? Alright. That means you were very clear with your bodies in expressing and showing that particular idea. Good job. Great choreography. Let me sit down. All right, one more choreographic couple, duo, duet. That's another word we can remember because guess what? Are you guys working in groups, a large group or two? Two people, right? What do you call that when you're at school? You call it partners, right? When we're dancers, we call it a duet. Can you guys say duet? Duet. So it's just a choice of how many people we have in our group. Jovi and Milton, come on up. So these guys are going to show us their duet. Come on over here. Now, are you going to show us both ideas, right? Or is it one idea? Both ideas, right? One? You want to choose one? Okay. Do me a favor. Last group, I asked them to do it twice because we want to see it. So go ahead, even if you do it once and then repeat it. Could you do that? Can you repeat it twice? Exciting or calm?
Exciting.
Okay. Let me find another exciting song to learn. Let me see if this. No, that's not too exciting. Exciting? Yeah. Let's give them some snaps. That took a lot of stamina, a lot of strength in their legs. What do we see them doing, guys? What was their action? What was their action?
It was kind of like balance and jump.
It was like a balancing jump. Very cool. These guys connected a few things. Balancing, jumping. Anybody imagine something when these guys were doing their balancing jump? What were you imagining, Reader?
They was ready.
Idea.
They was side to side.
You were imagining that they could do side to side? Is that a suggestion you'd like to make for them? All right, then we can make that suggestion. You could say, maybe next time you can try going side to side. You guys don't necessarily, you can take that idea, or you can say, you know, we really want it to just stay going up and down. But when somebody offers you some kind of feedback, it's not necessarily, it's up to the author to decide whether you want to do it or not, okay? And you can always say, thanks for the idea. Thanks for it. And let them say, thanks for the idea.
Thanks for the idea.
Thanks for the idea. So he was kind of giving you an idea, suggestion of how you can make it a little bit different. Don't run away. Questions? Any questions for Jovi or Milton? What do you want to know?
Whose idea was it? It was my idea.
Anybody wondering what they were thinking or imagining?
What were you guys imagining? We were imagining we were ninjas and
Ah, they were hopping ninjas. That's funny because in my mind, I don't know, anybody else think of ninjas? I think that that's funny because I was thinking that when I was watching you, but I wasn't going to say anything. So they were hopping ninjas. All right. Any other questions? That's it. All right. Let's go back.